Every fall season, I always look forward to hunting elk the most. Last year, I hunted this same unit, and unfortunately for me, even though I put in the time and effort, I still walked off that mound without notching my tag on a bull elk. But I'm taking all that information into this season. After feeling defeated from last season, I'm going into this year feeling more mentally prepared, physically prepared, and willing to do whatever it takes to find a big bull elk on this hunt.
He's got splits on both of those.
Oh, he's kind of busted up on his left. That's why he looks so short. It's a nice 6-point. He's with a 5-point, I think. This is the return.
Right in front of him. Right in front of him.
What's up, guys? We made it to camp. We got our jumping jack tent set up. And this camp is actually pretty dang dialed. It's a nice thing about going with Logan. He's about that life, and we've got everything from Starlink to a Ryobi giant flood lamp. We've got the 5-gallon propane tank with Mr. Buddy heater. This camp is plush, but also lightweight enough to be mobile, which is gonna be good because we're out here on a late season elk hunt. And I think it's a giant unit, so we're just gonna start right here, but if we need to move with this setup, we're able to move. Tomorrow is the 29th, the next day is the 30th, and the 30th is opening day. So we've got tonight to try to scramble to go glass. We're just gonna throw a day pack together with our optics and maybe a jacket and a snack or two and go glass. And then tomorrow we have all day to scout. Fingers crossed that we can find a big bull on this hunt. We hunted this hunt last year. Casey was able to shoot a giant 6x6 super wide back end bull. I didn't shoot a bull. I saw a couple nice ones that I passed on and let slide. And there might be a little bit of regret. I wouldn't say regret's the right word, but you know, looking back, those were some really good bulls, and I know I would have been happy, but in the moment just wasn't feeling it. Dude, there's two bulls right here out here on the ridge. Big south facing slope, total like screaming winter range, shed country type of stuff. And they're just right on the Razorback Ridge. Probably came over from the shady side. Now they're right on the backbone here. Both of them are like nice bulls. They're not anything mega, but they're both quality bulls. Both are 6 points. The one on top, he's got a really bladed royal on the left, and it's got a point kicking straight back off it. That's pretty sweet. There's two of them there, so good mature bulls. Only a chance if there's a third or a fourth one with them, but that's motivating and exciting. Take the last 30 minutes of light. The sun is about to go down over the mountaintops, and then we're going to have 30 minutes of what would be legal shooting light to take a look. But we're going to take a quick inventory, then probably pull out of here because we've got to hike up all this ridge and then drop back down into the truck. But that's exciting to see some bulls even before the hunt opens.
Scouting morning, day 2.
Yep. Scouting morning, day 2. We woke up a little late, but I was somewhat confused on the time schedule out here. I don't think Arizona follows daylight savings like Utah, so we did risk it, and we got to sleep in, I would say, a little bit later. The sun hasn't even come up, but well, I guess it is hitting the tops of those right now. But it's 7:30, and what we learned is that we need to be awake earlier, and wherever we want to be moving forward, we have to be there by 7 a.m. including you know, drive time and hike time. But optimistic about what we can find. I think this is just one of those areas, guys, where just like Casey last year, you go, you know, 6, 7, 8 days of not seeing much and just seeing good bulls, and suddenly one is just giant. So that's what we're hoping for. And you know, it would be nice to find it before the hunt, so we had a game plan on day 1. But if not, we've got like 9 days of the hunt, so we're gonna cover a lot of ground. We're gonna get up high this morning and just glass into some north slopes again once the sun comes up. I really feel like a lot of the bulls are gonna peel off into the shady side. I think they're gonna be active in the mornings, so I think it's gonna be a good day.
All right, you guys, what is up? Me and Casey came out to this spot last year, but it's kind of like a gnarly road to get here. Then you park the truck, and it's about a 1.5 mile hike in to a really sweet glassing area. So this is more mid-unit. We've kind of been on the north end, so hopefully tonight we can get into something. Eric, what do you have to add? Did you slam your finger?
I just slammed my thumb.
Oh, in the door?
was like so close to like the closing part, you know? I think it might bruise, but...
Dude, I looked over and I just thought you were jacked to be here. You were like hand pumping.
Big bull's going down, let's go.
Eric just slammed his thumb in the door and he walked by and he was like going like this. I'm like, dang, that guy's stoked about life. But fingers crossed, new area. Let's get into some elk tonight.
Well, we made it to our destination, but we didn't give ourselves much time. So we're trying to pick over everything we can as quickly as we can. No bulls yet. This country is cool because there's a lot of topography in here, just a lot of cuts and canyons and side hills. It is super thick, so to pick out a bull in here is an accomplishment in its own. Trying to kill one in here would be pretty tough, but that's the fun of it. All right, guys, that is the last little bit of daylight is closing out on us right now of our scouting trip. So tomorrow's opening day and we're headed into opening day without a target bull, which is fine. I mean, I had high hopes that we can scout something and then maybe just watch it until the hunt started, but that's not the case. We spent a lot of time today just kind of cruising, checking roads, and at least we checked that off the list and we know exactly where we can and can't go with the pickup truck. It's kind of two different worlds out here. You have where we were yesterday, where you guys saw that the snow was pretty deep and the roads are pretty snowy up there, and then you come down here and all there is a skiff of snow here and there just on the north slopes. So we are heading to camp to eat bacon burgers that Logan looked up. I'm excited for that. Still super optimistic for the hunt, but probably even more excited to get back and eat. Super hungry. We haven't really had like a solid meal, just living on snacks out here. Let's give an update on the thumb. I wonder if my nail's gonna die. You think my nail's gonna die and fall off?
100%, dude.
It's not good. Feeling good, feeling rested. We got some good sleep last night. I got to bed at a decent hour. It's just about 5 a.m. and we're gonna load up the truck and head out to our zone. It's crazy because the last couple days out here have been super quiet. Not a lot of truck traffic, not a lot of hunters, and then today being opening day, it just switches like that. There's already trucks swinging by camp. Someone's camped right by us. There's a truck that went down the road, and that's just what's wild about opening days. You're always just wondering, are you going to be in the right place on opening day? Because somebody is. You just always wonder if it's you. It's happened to me before. There's plenty of hunts that come down to the wire, so we're just gonna have to get out there and see. Hopefully we don't run into anybody where we're going. We got a little bit of a walk, so we're getting an early start. So are these guys. So good luck to everybody, and let's go see what we can find. Alright guys, it's 3 p.m. and we are just way out here in some of this low country. This is actually where I spent opening day last year, and we saw a handful of bulls here. But this year it seems to be different. I don't know if that's a lack of weather or cold weather or snow, but we're yet to see a bull down here. So we've been riding these ridges, which is still somewhat tough to get good glassing sections. So every now and then you'll see a hillside like this, little dark pocket. We'll pick it apart, but it's been so slow. A little discouraging, but this is just one of those spots we wanted to check. Like we said earlier, it's the farthest away from camp, so I think right now we can kind of check it off the box and hunt some other country. But we're still going to hold tight, ride this ridge top up, and we got a big canyon to our left. Man, it's a lot of country. There's not a lot of bulls in this country, but if you see one, it could be the right one. So we're going to stay positive and keep trying. But yeah, it'd be nice to see an elk. We didn't see an elk yesterday scouting. We haven't seen an elk today, so that kind of gets you down pretty quick. But we know through our own experience anyways that all it takes is one. So keep moving. Man, that's a wrap for day one, guys. We did not see a single elk today. Right here at last light, we got to this point and we can see the tank down below us, and surprisingly it's frozen. I mean, these middays have been mid-50s easy. So I'm not sure if any elk are hitting it down there. Sometimes if they are, they'll paw at it and they'll get water. But we didn't see anything come in tonight, but we've got this beautiful skyscape to end day one. Got a long drive back to camp, and I think tonight we're having either Mississippi pot roast or elk steaks. So I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to getting some rest and doing it all over again tomorrow. I think we will go high. I think we'll get back up in the snow, but we'll study OnX tonight and kind of make a game plan. But that was a killer skyscape, killer sunset. Just a slow day, but we're just gonna have to retry and regroup and do it again tomorrow. Day two, everybody. We made it here just in time. Got the first part of daylight is just getting started. So this is an area we've kind of looked over, but we've always looked over it really quick. And Logan and I decided last night that if we got on the highest part of it, we'd hold tight and glass it for the first 3-4 hours of daylight. So we're gonna hike to the top of this ridge and just hope that there's a good lookout with no timber. You got a good view. There's been some trucks here, so I'd like to believe that it's a pretty good lookout because there's some foot tracks going up to the top, but we are the only ones here today. We are the ones breaking trail this morning through the snow and all the frozen puddles and the ice. So let's get up here, get high, and see if we can't glass a big bull.
Forget your foregone conclusions. Settle in, settle now. Give up your sweet illusions, 'cause your walls are falling down.
Center square is autofocus, so if you just have that on your face, you'll be in.
Alright guys, we got breakfast at sunrise, munching down on a Pop-Tart up here. Just kind of thinking this is morning of day 3 and it's been pretty dang slow. We've really spent a lot of time just kind of covering country, and I know how silly it sounds, but checking roads and stuff and access points. But I can tell you this, I don't think we've given it 100% on the hunt yet. We keep trying these new little spots, and I'm just leaning more and more to we got to get to the highest point we can find and honestly just look at a lot of country, especially since I'd like to kill a nice bull. I think the best way to do that is to start out with getting elevation and covering a lot of country, find that nice bull, and then slowly move in and make a game plan from there. But it's just fun being out here. I've been cooped up at home. December month can really get to you. Our winters in Utah, for me, I kind of get that seasonal depression, just not being as active and not a lot of sunlight. But it is January 1st, so happy New Year. It's 2024. Lucky to be alive, blessed to be alive, and just spend another day out here with Logan, out here in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country that we've been so lucky enough to have a tag to come and hunt. So we're staying optimistic. It can be a drag when you're not seeing a lot of out, but we're staying optimistic. We know that the tables can turn at any point on any of these big canyons that we're gonna go check. So we're just gonna keep our hopes up, keep grinding. We're gonna commit to this little spot today. We're kind of checking out these canyons right here behind us. There's not a lot of country to glass, but there's just enough. So we'll hold tight for the next couple hours, see if some elk drop in here, and if not, go to camp, enjoy a meal, regroup, and really make a good game plan for the evening hunt.
Heaven knows it's a lie. You say your cup runneth over. I see your well running dry. You think you're on your way, but there will come a day, river gonna run you down. River gonna run you down.
Oh, yeah.
And you think you're strong, but boy, you're wrong. River gonna run you down. River gonna run you down. River gonna run you
Good morning, folks. It's 4 a.m. Freezing cold outside. It sounds like we got some new snow. It's not a lot, but it snowed through the night just a little bit. You can hear it hitting the tent. We're making big moves today. So this unit, fairly good sized unit, but it's hard to navigate because the roads are so bad, especially now that it snowed. It made it like 10 times worse because most of that melted yesterday and the roads got sloppy. So we're getting an early start now that the roads are frozen, but we're gonna gather enough stuff in the pickup truck to head south, and if needed and if we want, we have enough stuff to stay the night. So the truck's got the GFC and it's a go fast camper. We can sleep on top of that. So we are gonna roll up our sleeping bags, get the sleeping bag set up, and we got the gun dried out, the backpack dried out. Everything in here is nice and dry, ready to go. And we're going to do a 2-day push on the south end of this unit, which is actually where we started, but it's such a long drive that you avoid it because it's just so far away. So that's the plan. Alright guys, we've got 2 bulls right here where Logan and Casey, they saw them right here last year. So I could tell the one's got some dang good beams, not very long on the points, not very wide, but 2 bulls for sure so far. Oh, he's kind of busted up on his left. That's why he looks so short. It's a nice 6-point. He's with a 5-point, I think. He's kind of tall and tight. Beamy. Shooter. Just about anything's a shooter at this point. God, they're right out there in the sun, dude. It's so cool.
Right in front of him. He's still right there. Up and down was good, just right. Okay. Just above him. Yeah.
Is he going?
Yeah, he's dipping into the timber now. Probably gonna come up on this side hill.
Alright guys, that was intense. That was the most action that we've had on this whole entire hunt. We got to this lookout. Like I said, this is where Casey and Logan actually saw some elk, and I spotted those two bulls straight across, and this is a deep and steep canyon. It seemed as if they were going to wrap around that hill like they did before. So we set up. I felt so dang steady. The two bulls ended up going all the way down the ridge. They eventually got out of sight. We watched them cross and come up the other side and then wrap around up into a big deep canyon. But to be honest with you, I don't even know if we're gonna go try to relocate them where they're at. It's just so deep, and I'd hate to be back in that backcountry this cold in the dark. So I don't want to put ourselves in a bad situation. It was fun. It was fun. We kept saying, man, I just want to glass across the canyon and see a big yellow body. And that's exactly what I saw in the binoculars. There's two of them. The other one was just kind of a raghorn. Looking at the video closer, it looks like he's a narrow framed, heavy 6-point. But his main beam is busted right at the 5th on the right side, and then his 4th and 5th is busted on the left side. So complete, I think he would have been a nice solid, maybe 315 bull, maybe 320 with the mass, but he's gonna really suffer on score because he's narrow and his points weren't really long on the back end. But like I said, I think they're all pretty busted up. Super happy that we got an opportunity. I hope it's not the last one. We still have 2.5 days. We're gonna just focus on the glass again and see if we can't find another one. But kind of a bummer when the first elk you see on your unit, the first chance you get, you don't connect. But I'm just trying to stay positive and do my best. All it takes is one more. Guys, welcome to our home. This is the truck bed of my GMC. This is the Go Fast camper. I don't think I've used it in my videos. I know I used it in my Utah archery elk hunt. But we got the double decker. So we got upstairs and we got downstairs. Downstairs is right now the cooking station. We're boiling some ramen noodle. We actually forgot our peak meals tonight. I'm pretty upset about it because Logan was gonna have biscuits and gravy. I was gonna have pork and rice in a tortilla, but instead we're having ramen. Logan had a brilliant idea of getting, look at this contraption. First off, he didn't have a bowl, so he's like, yo, I'll just finish these cashews, put boiling water inside, and look what he came up with.
It's good for you.
Okay, so that's 1.5 ramens with two flavor packets, and then a pack of a single Spam. So that's like the most processed junk I've ever seen. But Logan's pretty excited about it, so he pulled out a camera. I'm doing the same. So ramen noodle with some Ritz crackers. We're gonna grab. We have all kinds of treats in here. I mean, Pop-Tarts, granola bars, Mountain Ops, almonds, you name it. So, oh, I hate when it does this. So yeah, we're gonna refuel and eat. And tonight we're sleeping upstairs. We've got a little Mr. Buddy heater in here, the same one we've had in our camp. And it's nice and cozy in here, to be honest. It's very tight quarters and very small and compact. But we wanted to share this, guys. This is Just one of the things about coming on this end of the unit is just so far away from our camp. So when we decided to come here yesterday, I was like, why don't we sleep in the truck just in case we want to spend 2 days over there. And tomorrow, to be honest, is the only day of good weather with low wind, because the next day a storm blows in and it's supposed to snow quite a bit. So we're somewhat treating tomorrow as the last day. Just about any bull will do. Good morning, guys. We just woke up at 6 a.m. So last year when we were here, I came out here with Matt, and it was actually with Braden too. We walked down this ridge, and right when it first starts to cut off, it drops to this yellow kind of bench. It's just yellow grass full of junipers and stuff, and there's a really thick bedding area, and we saw 3 bulls right there. One of them was a 6x8, pretty cool bull, had a little drop tine off the second point. That general area seems to be kind of their favorite. It's a nice bench with good feed. It's a nice side hill with good shaded bedding areas, so we're gonna go check that out first, and then if that doesn't work, we're gonna carry on past there and look into these cliffs. But hopefully we find some elk. I think if we're going to, they're gonna be on that bench. Bulls. Logan spotted them. There looks like a freaking tank of a body on one of them. When we get up here, we'll be in the shade. Got the wind in our favor. Let's go. Let's go. Well, I'd say this is the most depressed feeling I've had hunting in a really long time, to work so hard to be out here 7-8 days and just kind of let this area rest and make a move on the last couple days to hunt it, knowing that, or at least feeling really confident that if their bulls are going to be down here on this yellow bench. Guys, they were exactly where I was hoping they would be. Took us a minute to find them. We were just kind of playing cat and mouse through the junipers, and Logan spotted the elk, and I saw 2 bulls underneath a tree, one in the wide open, and I think a 4th one. We didn't get to put the scope on them just because we were kind of navigating through trying to put a stalk on them, but I promise you this, those are the best bulls in this general little pocket right here. Those are big, mature bulls. We're coming off this hill right here, 900 yards. I knew we had to cut the distance. I'm familiar with the area, so I thought I picked out a decent spot where we could be able to see them if they would just stay put or at least slowly move up the draw. And right as we're coming down, we split a herd of cattle. Half of them went left, half of them went right. And to be honest, the ones that went left were kind of elevated where it would be a complete line of sight, perfect without the trees. And I think they heard them, and then the other half went right towards them. I mean, we're gonna go glass, but I feel like the morning hunt is already over and it's so early. Good news is, even if they spooked, I think they just realized it was just cattle and they're probably unsure what to do, so they just popped in the cedars, which is where they wanted to go anyways. Tonight we're gonna set up over there, similar to like a coyote stand, and just hope they come out in that yellow grass, because I don't know how else to hunt them. Where they went, I know I'm familiar with, and all it is thick juniper, so I think they're going to bed. We're gonna pull out, just give them a rest, and hopefully these things calm down all day and come out to that yellow grass tonight at 3 to 500 yards. From the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, guys. We say it every time. And I'm at the bottomest pit right now and the lowest, because we were so close. If those cattle were not there, I know we would have had a chance. Alright guys, we're all set up. We got a great view, and we're just kind of underneath this juniper with some cover. We just saw 2 coyotes run across the meadow, like 400 yards. If they come out, guys, it's gonna be killer. Probably one of the best days of being in the woods I've ever had. If they come out and we hit one. If not, it's still a killer day. But I think this is the best chance we've got. There's no way we're getting in on them in the juniper, so we're gonna wait them out. Well guys, we sat there all the way till dark, so long walk out back to the truck, and no bulls came out tonight, so I don't know, you know, what those bulls exactly did once we lost visual of them, because we had to drop down. We lost our vantage and lost eyes on them. So they didn't come out tonight. We sat there till dark, and now we have to get back to this truck and decide if we're gonna stay one more night to try to give it one more morning hunt. Like I said, it was a great day, but that's an ultra bummer. I'm low as you can be again. So get back to the truck and get warm, get some food. Alright guys, it's the very last day, and Logan and I made it through another cold night up top on the GFC. We woke up and the truck said it was 18 degrees. Everything is frozen, everything is frosty. No wind. So here's the situation. We're gonna do the same plan as we did yesterday, hoping that these bulls are running the same program, or at least they're somewhere close by. We have a storm that's gonna blow in around 10-11. The wind is gonna start picking up, and around 3 it's gonna be blowing sideways snow. So it's a big storm. We've been watching it. A lot of the other hunters we've been talking to have pulled out of the unit just to make sure they're out of here safe. We're being unsafe and being crazy, because if we get a bull down, it's going to be wild. Even if we don't get a bull down, it's going to be wild just getting camp tore down and out of here. But it's just one last chance, guys. I'm thankful for Logan that he is up for the challenge. If there's any hunt out here that I've done that makes you want to quit, it's this one. You don't see a lot of elk, the roads are rough, the terrain is rough, and it's just hard to hunt. But we're giving it everything we got. We got one morning hunt in us, and fingers crossed these bulls are doing something like they did yesterday, and we could take that knowledge into today and set up better and get an opportunity. So cold hike up to the top, same program. We're gonna start right above that yellow meadow and see if they're out, guys. Wish us luck. All right guys, we've made our way right to where we started glassing yesterday, and we're about 20 to 25 minutes earlier, which is good because that's what we needed yesterday. So we're gonna wait for it to get a little more light, then pick our way through these junipers to glass down into that yellow grass meadow, the Heavenly Meadows, right where you'd always think an elk would be, and that's where they were yesterday. We just need a lot of luck today. We know there's bulls in here, we just need to be able to find them. It's pretty calm. It does have a south wind, but that works in our favor too, so things are looking good. We just gotta find them. Left or right, left or right? Left. Okay. Hey, Logan. Right here. Okay, hold on. Okay, whenever you're ready. Still there, still there. Broadside. Dropped him, dude! Cow. Freaking holy cow. Dropped him! Holy cow, let's go, Logan. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Holy crap. Holy crap. What in the hell? Holy crap. Logan, come on. Eric Tessler! Holy cow, boy. Logan, Logan, dude, Logan, heavy. We just freaking accomplished the biggest hunt of my whole life, dude. Are you kidding me, bro? Last day, storm's coming in, dude. Logan, we did it, dude. Guys, I put the sun at my back on purpose. I kept checking my OnX. This is no joke. Sometimes I wish I could tell you what's going on in my head. I knew these bulls are gonna want to come to this grassy meadow because they were here yesterday. They went this direction last night, or yesterday morning. I told Logan, please dude, let's just go look off this cliff. I put the sun at my back, I put us in the shade. Right when we broke the shade line, I could see antler tips, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to shoot freehand.
There's like 100 yards.
I hit a rock on that first
You did. And then luckily he stopped with an even better shot.
Oh my gosh, and I held a little high because these rocks again. Dude, I honestly, that first shot, I was like, I just blew it again.
Gave you another one, dude. We earned every single ounce of that. I'm gonna say it right now. I have never in my life seen somebody want something so much as Eric has wanted this moment in the last 12 days.
I could cry, dude. I don't,
dude.
Guys, to see those antler tips walking towards us. Did you see them?
Yeah.
And I was
you
like,
stopped and I was trying to get my camera to go.
You're like, right or left? I was gonna shoot that right one.
Yeah.
I looked to my left and I just put I was on that right one. I moved to my left because this one's coming straight at me and I see a cheater.
We got all 3 bulls on footage.
Oh my.
Eric.
Yesterday we knew that these were some good bulls.
Eric. Dude, is that not the hardest hunt ever?
That's the hardest hunt ever, and it's the most beautiful day, but yeah, the storm's coming, so we're not gonna waste any time. Guys, dude, these bulls are living in the heavenly meadow, Logan. Right here in the sun.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like, this morning, we said we were gonna come back. We have a big storm coming in, and we glassed nothing. And I'm like, we're going home. And Eric's like, dude, how do you feel about going looking off this cliff? And in my head, I'm like, no, don't do it. Not great. Storm's coming in. But dude, it's a constant thing with this hunt. I've never seen somebody want something as bad as you wanted that.
What I didn't want was to have to come back next year right away to get redemption again. Speechless, dude. Speechless. I've worked so hard for this guy, man. We spent so many days out here between this year and last. Thank you, Logan, dude, for pushing through every single day and night out here, every step, every mile, every poverty mill, every lack of sleep. He's gorgeous.
Look how big his body is, man.
I'm gonna text the girlfriend. Aw, babes, I'm so amazed and so proud of you. I will always be praying for my man. She said, I promise you that. Be safe. Please, babe, go get one. I'll say this, guys, like, all of us have supportive family, and Casey, B-Mac, and Matt got wives at home, puppies, dogs, loved ones, and they're always at home rooting for us. Well, we got our hands on him, guys. He is just as cool as we thought, and it's hard to explain that visual I had of this giant bull elk coming through the yellow grass and seeing these big antlers. And I was about to shoot the 6-point. I had my gun on him, and I looked to my left and I saw this bull coming at me straight on, and you can imagine I could see that cheater kicking out and I could see his long points, and it's like Logan to the left. And I'll tell you what, I said it earlier, when I shot and missed that first time, I was in my head, I was like, don't hit the rock, don't hit the rock. Ding! Hit the rock. But again, just a stud bull for the last day. We know a storm is moving in, so we're gonna start moving quickly. One thing I want to do is just thank the locals. There's a lot of guys out here that run these ridges and know these ridges, and they've all been giving us tips and sending us in directions, and you know, we just haven't been in the right place at the right time. But this is a spot I was familiar with last year, and coming into this was pretty cool to kind of predict that, you know, they really like this yellow grass meadow, and to shoot one here just really seals the deal in this canyon for me, because if I didn't shoot one this year, I was already building up motivation to come try it again next year. But again, just an amazing hunt. For it to end with a bull like this on the very last day before this gnarly storm blows in is unreal. So again, I just have no more words, guys. Thanks to everyone who supports us, you guys for watching. Can't thank you guys enough. This is a dream come true, to shoot a bull down here on this ground. Something I've always wanted to do and I always dreamed of, and I'm going home with an absolute stud. One of the coolest frame bulls I've ever killed, with his character, his shape, and his extras. Thank you guys for watching, man. I can't believe it.